are at the St. Jerome Cemetery of Holyoke, Massachusetts. We're doing a stop in front of the priest's circle, which is where many of the priests of Holy Cross and of St. Jerome's are buried. They're buried in a linear fashion with horizontal gravestones in front of the cross. The cross was put up during the 1920s to honor all the parishioners of the St. Jerome's through time. Now, I'm going to tell you where each of the priests is buried. Most are buried in front of it, so I'll state that. And then we'll do a panoramic view of the cemetery as best we can. So in the middle of the top of this hillock, we have the beautiful crucifix. And the first pastor, Jerome O'Callahan, is buried alongside of St. Jerome's Church. Only one burial in the churchyard itself, and he has a gravestone there. The second pastor, James O'Sullivan, was pastor from 1961 to 66, and he is buried in eastern Massachusetts. The third, but he started this cemetery, so that's important to know. The third pastor was Patrick Harkins, and he has his own stop within the St. Jerome's on this tour, and he's buried with his family and next to his friend J.J. O'Connor. The fourth pastor of all is a partial stop where John Madden was a pastor for 12 years, and he became also an ambassador to the Vatican. The fifth pastor is the first one buried here in front of the crucifix, and that was John Fagan. He had the crucifix actually made. It was made, of course, for all parishioners of St. Jerome's, and it tells you on the back of that. But when he is buried in front of it with a flat stone, and the flat stone is about 8 feet long and about 3 feet wide. He stayed pastor for 20 years, and he's buried directly in front of it. The next pastor was Andrew Martin, the sixth pastor. He stayed for 26 years. Pastors of St. Jerome stayed a very long time. It celebrated 167 years of being a parish or a church, and that's an incredible amount. So the sixth pastor, Andrew Martin, is there with his own flat stone, and then there's several other, but the next one have their own stone flat for St. Jerome's is Daniel Foley, the ninth pastor. He only died about 5 years ago. Now there's two other flat stones there, and those are for Holy Cross. Holy Cross had two pastors for a total of 65 years to start off its church. That's incredible to have two in 65 years only. The first one is John Ivers. He's buried in flat stone over there. And the next one is James Hanrahan. He's also buried in flat stone over there. There's a couple other pastors from outside of Holyoke that are buried there, but it's incredible to see that many pastors. Now we're going to get a panoramic view of the whole cemetery now.